Hello, everybody. This is Spooky and Pink, and I'm trying to figure out how to put this up. I do apologize, but once again, she saves the day. Didn't we do this last time? And I was so confused. Okay, you guys can't hear anything because our mics aren't on. You gotta scoot over. Hi, it's Detroit Alley Cat. And this is Lula. I'm Spooky. And she's Pink. Hooray! We're not gonna lie, this is kind of a rough Sunday. We had work yesterday. Can I turn the light down?
Yeah.
Oh, thank God. And it got a little weird. Our clients were swingers. We didn't know that.
Well,
Some of them. That's fine. We don't judge. We really don't judge. It was just very, it won't go down. It was very unexpected. That's all. And I'm exhausted because it was a huge event. The family was so nice. So nice. I loved them. I love the bride. I love the mom. I loved every bit of it. Their house was a castle. They invited us to stay and party. What did you think?
I thought it was pretty nice.
Just so you know, if you don't have this up by your mouth, it doesn't really.
Okay.
So, for real, did I tell you what happened yesterday?
No.
Okay. So, I vlogged the entire work experience, like the setting up, the interviewing people. You were there, right, Chelsea?
Mm-hmm.
We actually had some really cute video. I just kicked it. That was amazing. We had some really cute video of me and you, and the microphone did not pick up at all. And it made me really sad because I had to make this really funky video, but because I'm doing 30 days of YouTube, I had to just be strong and do it. And
the content is probably on your phone. You can probably get it back.
No, there's no. So when you use these microphones, they block out the sound. So the content is on the phone, but there is no sound.
When I record videos on Snapchat and I post them, sometimes they don't post with audio because for some reason Snapchat takes my audio.
Well, needless to say, I'm emotionally exhausted, but I have a really interesting thing to talk about today. I really want to get more of Lula on here because she's so much cuter than me. Do we already have somebody? Hello, friends. Welcome to Spooky and Pink. I bet you wonder who's spooky and who's pink. Do you think they're confused, Lula?
No.
Okay, so let's talk about one of my favorite things to talk about because I feel like I'm salty about the whole festival life. Did I tell you what the topic of the day was?
No.
Oh, you're going to love this. Is festival culture toxic?
It is.
You know that I tried to talk to Paige Flo, my assistant, and she would not talk about this online. She it's a big controversy for festival people.
If you have to be scared to talk about something publicly, then it's toxic.
Who
Unfortunately.
what does it say? Where am I? I don't know. Mentally, physically,
He means
emotionally?
literally.
Oh, literally. Where are you?
In a podcast.
Oh yeah, you're at the Spooky and Pink podcast. See, she caught that. I'm just really I'm just psychologically, does that make sense? I'm just psychologically burnt out. Like my brain is fried. But let's talk about this festival situation. So I don't know if you guys are aware. We're in Michigan, right? and we have one of the biggest EDM festivals in the nation. It started with Movement, which is called Detroit Electronic Music Festival. I don't know why they started calling it Movement. It just sounds gross to me because, like, what do you think about when you hear movement?
Dancing?
That's what you think about?
Hmm.
You don't think of a bowel movement?
No.
I do every time. It just takes like the mysteriousness away from it. So, they have a festival called Electric Forest, and I think it's because a lot of the EDM performers, like DJs, artists, whatever you should call them, they originated techno originated from Detroit. And so we have this massive. It's like Burning Man, but with LED lights. It looks really cool. But what happened was is that like it just got too effing big, right? It just got big. There's like freaking 500,000 people that go or something like that. Can I just like say 500,000 people? Are you kidding me? Like I don't know if I'm like exaggerating the numbers, but that is a lot of freaking people to go to a concert, a festival. 500,000. And so this past Electric Forest, they had a porta potty baby experience. Somebody went into the porta potty and gave birth to a baby and dropped it in there, and the baby died. And I just could not believe the amount of festival goers that were like all about just like saying whatever they could to protect the festival, not giving thought to the baby that had actually died. Like the party was more important than the actual life that like was taken.
I feel as though also, like, considering such a tragedy happened, I feel like what I saw online at least was, despite it being a conversation about a living thing that just was birthed, a lot of people were turning it into a political statement, which I don't want to touch on politics, but it was just interesting how it was being taken. So the people who were blanketing over it and not talking about it was just getting shoved into the dark, and then the actual people who were talking about it were turning it into some stance on politics when really it should have just been a conversation of morality.
So you know what I thought was sick? They were talking about how it had something to do with abortion rights.
I don't want to talk about that.
Okay. I just don't think that has anything to do with it.
No, it doesn't.
So, like, we're past that, you know? And I just think the thing that's most important about this is that a baby died. And I can't believe you haven't heard that it didn't happen. And it's Trump's fault, you say. Well, that's an interesting
I think
viewpoint.
everyone is allowed their opinions, and that's okay.
I mean, I just don't think Trump
I'm not
attended.
here I'm not here to argue politics.
Okay, so
My opinion is
anyway,
still
I don't
valid.
want to talk about Trump either. It's not something I enjoy talking about. But I do want to talk about also 313. Yes, that's where we are. Um so listen, also at Electric Forest, there was this guy, and he said that he didn't feel well. He felt depressed. He felt like he was having dark, intrusive thoughts, and he went to one of those like little tents, those self help tents that you go to, and they didn't turn him away, but they like released him. They talked to him, and then they released him, and then like a day later they found him, and they're claiming that it was suicide. But the recent thing that I heard was he like was hanging. And I mean, yeah, you can hang when you commit suicide, but like also like the controversy is it possible that it wasn't suicide? Tell me, Lula, what do you think about that?
I think it depends on the details. I think really it depends on what was found by the professionals during the autopsy, because unaliving via rope um, is there's a particular way it works. So if it was homicide, it you would kind of know. I feel like maybe. I mean, I'm not a professional to be honest, but
Okay, and then here's something that I do want to talk about. Like this is the important part, right? So some of the people that help run Electric Forest are on my personal Facebook. And I'm just going to tell you right now, my personal Facebook does not have my real name on it. So you're not going to be able to find it. But they're like Electric Forest is not releasing any statements. And the entertainment people that run the entertainment, this is what they said, okay? And this just blows my mind. This is what they said. They said 2026 most epic year ever.
I want to say maybe a month now. Happened a month ago.
Okay, but like do you
Maybe
find that
less than maybe a few weeks.
oh, somebody's asking how long ago.
Yeah.
Do you find that in bad taste? Epic year ever? Like was the party more important than the baby that died?
Personally, I feel they could have waited a year to say it was a epic year. I think that it's just a bit distasteful in my opinion. I truly would not conclude an epic year to be one that has a dead baby in it, if
Now,
I'm being honest.
here's another thing that happened recently. Have you ever heard of a festival called Bliss Fest?
No.
So, fun fact, there's a place in Michigan called Bliss. I think it's around the Kalamazoo area for those of you that know Michigan. And Bliss Fest started as a fundraiser for alternative high schools, like, the kids that nobody wants to take care of. So they started running this event called Bliss Fest, and then it turned into all like these hippies, drum circles, art installations. It's different than Electric Forest. It's not like an EDM festival. We're talking like a straight up hippie, good vibes, like family friendly, bringing kids in, which, by the way, I just want to mention that I forgot to say Electric Forest lets all ages in. And when I say all ages, like 7-year-olds. And
I think that if a baby dies, I don't think it really matters. I mean, a baby or a life in general, personally. I think that sure people travel all over the world to come to Electric Forest, but if you're more concerned about having a party than a life that was lost, then maybe you need to question yourself from the inside.
are you talking to me or somebody else?
Chat.
Oh, I see. Okay, so at Bliss Fest, let's go back to Bliss Fest. At Bliss Fest, there was this man, and he was quoted saying to somebody that he felt unsafe.
Mm.
And then that night, they found him, or actually the morning, they found him hanging out of his tent, and he had lost 8 to 12 quarts of blood. He should have been dead. And there's a lot of speculation, there's a lot allegedly. The rumor was that it was a hate crime. I'm like flabbergasted that Bliss Fest would have this happen. And I just wanted to know, like, do you guys think that like these festivals are like, I don't know, like are like the standards changing? Is the monetization making it dangerous? Is it toxic? That's the question.
I do think that when you get a lot of people together, bad things can happen. I mean, it's unfortunate, but people can be pretty shitty, you know?
I think it
Things can
has
happen.
I think it has to do with like what the like goals of the festival is because there's another festival here in Michigan called Big Fam. I know it because we are associated with it in different degrees. And Big Fam's like big thing is to like, oh my gosh, my dog. Big Fam's thing is to like keep everybody safe and that like they're a big family. And like they specifically keep the festival smaller so people can have a better experience.
Makes it safer too.
So like as much as Big Fam drives me crazy because they have like the week that I start getting busy for my company, I have more respect for Big Fam. I know the people that run it and they're just better-hearted people. And and like it just feels like Electric Forest like it's not really about like peace, love and bringing people together. It's more about like and I'm sorry.
Money.
It's about money. And I just don't think that little kids should be attending an event where the goal is to listen to EDM music, do drugs, and have sex and be half naked. What part of that says kids? I mean, how do you feel about do you want to go to an EDM festival dressed in fest gear and hang out with a 7-year-old?
Personally, if I was going to a festival and I knew that children were going, I would dress more modestly. As a personal preference, I obviously do not like to be half naked in front of children. That's just me.
Okay, so like the thing is like I don't know if you guys knew this, but this is my daughter, and me and Lula are a little bit different. And so I'm just gonna be like very honest, okay? When I was younger, I would like to dabble in psychedelics, like Molly or ecstasy and stuff like that. I mean, I think that is something somebody should try at least once in a life because it's a once in a life moment. I don't think you should abuse it and do it every day, but like it can be a beautiful thing. I think that it can be a beautiful thing. I do not want to go someplace where I spend a buttload of money to go look at pretty lights while I'm chemically enhanced, look to the left of me and see a 7-year-old. It makes me disgusted.
I was actually just having a conversation about this with a friend, and I feel that, children are allowed to enjoy things, but I think that it could be beneficial for festivals if they're going to have kids attending. Maybe make a separate day with like something on the, what is it, the pamphlet or whatever, the website stating what days are family friendly.
They should
Add
make
one
a
family friendly day.
I mean, but what I don't think they belong at no. They're gonna have 500,000 people attend to go see some big headliner, gigantic EDM performer. Why does a child need to be there? What will a child get from that? I don't agree with it. And I know people that went to the festival and they said that they saw people bringing kids in and they were doing drugs in front of their kids and nobody stopped them.
It's kind of gross.
It's disgusting. It's child abuse. And I believe by the festival not stopping that type of behavior, they're facilitating it. And also Electric Forest has not said anything. No statements about what their plans to do about finding a dead baby in the porta potty. The only thing that we've heard come from Electric Forest, and this isn't the people that run it, but people that are hired to help run it. 2026 was the most epic year ever. Please tell me what the most epic part of it was.
I think my theory on why they would say that is because they have, as far as I know, they have made no official statements on what took place. I think that them making that statement, though, saying it was the most epic year ever, I think it's trying to overlook. I think it's a tactic to overlook what happened.
I think that whoever said that needs a firm talking
I
to.
think they knew what they were doing. I think a lot of people know what they're doing when they say things.
They need better PR people.
I think that PR person probably knew what they were doing and they were trying to hide what happened by saying something that everyone's going to agree with.
I just how, how and the person that said it has a baby. Has a baby. Like, are you really that self-absorbed that you don't give a shit about the fact that there was the baby that died? And like the other thing is that like the rumor is that there might be a human trafficking element to Electric Forest, and that's how that happened. Well, if everybody's aware that there's a human trafficking element, why are there not more people there to
Like security or something?
yeah, they need more security. Like if you know that you have a human trafficking problem, then there should be like a lot more people there just for the safety. Do you know how many girls go to Electric Forest, run around in a thong, and they're zonked out of their mind out of God knows what pill? I mean, and you actively know that there's a problem with human trafficking, but like we don't want cops to come in because it'll ruin the vibe. Excuse me?
I mean, yeah, unfortunately, that did raise a point of like there needs to be safety precautions, but I do see how it could be complicated bringing in security or police because obviously, if you have a festival to do drugs at, people can't do drugs if there's legal restriction, which creates this weird gray zone.
You know what? Being a parent is no easy thing. Like, I had my daughter at a very young age. I mean, not too young. Like, I was 22 years old, and I I couldn't do things. And that was something I accepted. I was not going to take her to a concert. I would never take her to a festival. You know, there's people who plan to go to Burning Man pregnant and have babies at Burning Man. That blows my mind. What if you have a complication at Burning Man and you're going to need some kind of emergency medical care? Why would you want to have a baby? And this is just one of the small aspects of festival culture that I think has become extremely toxic. Am I just going on a tangent right now?
Just a little bit.
I mean, but it upsets me because, like, you know what? I think festivals are cool. I think the art installations are cool. I think the performers are cool. I think that if my daughter wanted to experience a psychedelic in a group environment that
I'm
was
20
safe.
years old. If I wanted to do that, I could do that on my
I'm
own.
not saying that. I'm not saying it. I'm saying that I feel stressed out about the fact that I just don't think that these places are safe places to facilitate the experience that they're advertising. Like, I would be worried about you. I like there's a human trafficking problem at Electric Forest, and like,
That's why I would not go to Electric Forest, though.
but that's sad. Like, have you seen some of the pictures of like the art installations? It's like once in a lifetime opportunity.
I'm sure it is, but I also feel that life is full of a lot of really cool things. And I personally don't feel any kind of FOMO uh, deciding against wanting to go to Electric Forest. And that's not to say that, I might not. I mean, I might go one day. I can't tell the future, but personally, right now in my life, I personally just wouldn't attend considering how the entire situation that went down was handled. I just think that's scary. A baby passed away, might have been like mixed in and complicated with sex trafficking. That just doesn't sound like an environment I would feel safe in.
And that's really disappointing because, like, I guess I'm a progressive mom, but like for my child, I'm not going to say child, my young lady that I have born and raised,
Mm.
I would like for her to enjoy. I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with her doing, what is it, psilocybin? I call it magic mushrooms.
Mm.
I think it would be like really cool for her to go to an event like that, listen to some really good music, hang out with her friends, bond. Ecstasy or Molly was at one time experimented on veterans to deal with PTSD. I don't think there's anything wrong with psychedelics done in a reasonable type manner. There are these kids that like do ecstasy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I think that's like you can abuse anything, right? But like done within like a reasonable matter. Like even like doing things like peyote or I don't know, there's like a million different things you can do, but like it just makes me sad that they've taken something special and made it dangerous. And then the other thing that I've been hearing a lot about, I can't see very good. So you guys are on a phone, so I'm going to ask my daughter to read the comments. Is there anything on there of note?
Um, Someone said I was always taught to do whatever I do at home. And then same person said I'm a USAA dad. And another person said, "Oh, hey, alive, cool."
Thank you guys. Um Dang, I totally lost what I was going to say.
You were saying something about how it's like special and it was unsafe and it's a bummer.
I mean, it is a bummer. It is a bummer. Oh, I know exactly what I'm going to say. Okay, so this is another part with like kids going to festivals, right? So like they have this other festival called Lakes of Forest. Lakes of Fire. I don't Lakes of Fire. Yeah, that's it. And it's like a Burning Man offshoot here in Michigan. Okay, my dogs are going to lose their minds. We're all going to have to deal with that. The equipment might knock down. Okay, we made it through. All right. So in this Lakes of Fire, it is a clothing optional environment. Can somebody tell me why you want children?
No. They said I couldn't see taking my kids to see.
Oh, I was just asking. Not I wasn't responding to
Okay,
them.
I thought you were gonna.
No, I wasn't gonna get. Oh. We need to work on a recording studio so bad. So like, okay, so Lakes of Fire, right? Which is this like Burning Man offshoot, and it's clothing optional. Why would you want to bring kids to a clothing optional event where people are chemically enhanced? Mom and girls? Yes, I'm a mom and she's a girl. You guys, it's so hard for me to read. I think I need to get better glasses. I've seen people bringing their kids to ICP and gathering, which is disgusting in my opinion. 100%. I think at one time ICP was trying to like say that they were family
Christian.
friendly
Yeah, they
and
were saying they were
Christian and all
Christian.
that
Yeah.
stuff, but like the people that they attract, I mean, they're just hoodlums. They are. I mean, and I know this because I used to listen to ICP when I was like 15 or 16. It's just like the whole juggalo thing. Like, I'm a clown that runs around with the hatchet, you know? That's just, I mean, and no, you shouldn't be bringing your kids to stuff like this. If you're going to go to an adult playground to enjoy yourself, the key word is adult. Nobody wants your kids there. It's a buzz killer. Nobody wants to do inappropriate things with your children right there. And if you find somebody who does want your kids there,
You should be worried.
you should be out of there. Like, get away. Because, like,
You don't want your kids near that person.
also, did you know that there was a man who was murdered at Burning Man last year? He was like this Russian guy that helped build the installations. And
I feel isn't that the whole thing though? They all build.
No, not all of them, but
Oh.
like this dude came from Russia to help build these Burning Man installations. He was like stabbed in the neck 9 times. They find him with a freaking dagger in his neck. That's a cold case. They cannot find out who did that. So just take a moment, all right? Um, if you were a serial killer and you wanted to get away with a perfect crime, she hates talking about serial killers, but if you were a serial killer, would not going to a festival be the like perfect opportunity to kill some people? I mean, like that baby.
Because anyone could have done it.
Well, also, I heard at Electric Forest when the porta potty incident happened, they didn't shut it down. They did not shut it down. They looked around, they asked a couple questions, and the party continued.
Ew.
How are you gonna like keep partying when you found out like a dead baby? I mean, like, come on, that's so toxic.
I feel like so I'm a very spiritual person. Like I believe in weird vibes. I believe in all sorts of stuff. But I feel like if I was at a festival and a baby died in a porta potty, I would not like the juju of being around that. That just sounds like yucky energy. Yucky.
and you know what? I j- I don't know if they're gonna find the person that had that baby. I mean, maybe, hopefully, the DNA, but like, it sounds like they're struggling. The FBI is offering $15,000 for any information.
So I heard a theory that if it was trafficking that was involved, the person who gave birth to the baby was probably offed because of how much attention it got.
I mean, that's allegedly, though.
I mean, yeah, I said theory, didn't I?
But I also heard that the people that were near the porta potty when the incident happened heard screaming, and nobody stopped partying to go check out what was going down.
That's kind of crazy.
That's what I'm talking about. Like,
There is also the thought of you hear screaming in a packed place. I feel like I would choose to leave. Personally, I would leave, but you can also think about the fact of like maybe they just didn't want other people's problems. Maybe they thought something weird was going on.
I
I
heard
would have left.
I heard from a lot of people this year at Electric Forest 2026, it had very bad vibes. Like the atmosphere, like something was just off from the get. They said that there were a lot of people that had never attended festivals before. I don't know what that means. Like, I feel like everybody every year has people that have never attended festivals. I just think that like they don't care. They don't care. They just want your money. That's why this happened. Do you know at Burning Man, they were refusing to let police officers in there? Are what? Why? Do you think they really I mean, like, I get it, like, cops and doing drugs and partying don't mix, but, like, also, how many sexual assaults do you think happen at Burning Man? And I'm just gonna tell you, a lot. They have a rape tent. If you have to have a rape tent, there's a lot of sexual assault occurring at these festivals. I don't know, I just think that if you wanna go to a festival and have a good time, that you should probably hit up the smaller, more independent places like
I would not go to a festival with a rape tent.
If
If it's happening enough times to where there has to be a tent.
Yeah,
What?
I'm telling you. Like, what the like, here's the hula hoop section, here's the music
If
festival.
you get raped, there's the rape
The
tent.
rape tent is in the corner.
Oh
I'm
my
out of there.
God.
What? The rape tent? No. No. Pick up your bottle of baby oil on the way out. No. I should not be laughing. I should not be laughing. And you know what? The thing is like I posted on my personal Facebook about this and I was so attacked by all these festival goers. They're like, you don't know what you're talking about. And these people put so much time and energy into it. Like, dude, like, are you serious?
I think that your initial question
What?
of if the festival community is toxic, I think if they want to overlook something wild that happened because they want to protect their community, that's toxic.
That's toxic
That's
as fuck.
toxic.
Are we,
That's
are we allowed to say that word?
toxic.
As fuck.
I think you have a limit. I think there's a limit. But
Oh,
we've
is
already,
there?
yeah, I think so. I think if you say something too many times, it can get flagged or you can't repost.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm a veteran, and that's like,
They don't care. It's not them. It's YouTube.
okay. I'm sorry, YouTube.
YouTube doesn't care either.
She's
It's a system.
she's so spicy, isn't she, guys? All right. So let me tell you. Well, let me ask you. What do you guys think? Do you guys think festivals are toxic? The movement downtown Detroit Hart Plaza is a good time. Yeah, I haven't heard anything bad about movement. My only gripe is I would really enjoy if they'd not call it movement. And, and we all know why. Like, we should just call it DEMF. Wasn't it called DEMF, Detroit Electronic Music Festival? And then we went to movement. Like, I'm going to the movement. Okay. See something.
I don't really have anything to say.
Have you been to movement?
No, but I almost went one year.
Do you like techno music?
I mean, I'm an open-minded person. No, I don't. But I'm down to hang out with friends.
Mine and Lula's music tastes differ. She says that my music gives her a anxiety attack. And
I didn't say that. I
yes,
said I
you
just
did.
don't
Yes.
like it. It gives me anxiety. I like music that's calm and peaceful and doesn't raise my blood pressure.
And her music makes me twinkle in the sunlight. That's
That's a fair trade. I would take twinkling in the sunlight over raised cortisol. Everyone has personal preferences.
All right, guys. I think we've had a pretty good podcast this week. We would love to know what you would like us to talk about. I want to invite a sex worker here to interview. We know a really famous one. Her name is Hex Maiden, and she does cosplay, and she's so cool. What do you think about that?
I think that's pretty cool.
And then I also know a porn star. And I thought that would be really cool to talk to a porn star and like find out like the ins and out. Like she has a family. She's got like a husband and a kid, and I think that would be really neat.
If we're gonna do live streams through YouTube, it's gonna get a little hard.
No, so see this little kit right here? They have a kit that you can buy for.
No, I mean talking about adult topics. You're
I
gonna
mean,
get
we'll
flagged.
have to like well, no, because
This is
they
why people make Patreons.
no, okay, listen. There's this other podcaster. Her name is Bunny XO, and she's an ex sex worker, and she talks about this all the time, and her stuff is not flagged. Okay, guys, she did it. She did it. If there are other people, see, this is why we need a recording studio. I'm going down here with the husky hair. I survived. If there's things you would like us to talk about, or if you would like us to go ghost hunting, we love ghost hunting. All right, read what they're saying.
I was a peep show booth girl when I was 18 to 20. LOL, long time ago. And then somebody else said I worked at Sex World in Minneapolis.
Well, that would be fun to talk about. All right, guys, tell us in the comments when we log out what you'd be interested in us talking about next week. We're going to be on here every Sunday, Eastern Standard Time. We appreciate your support because it helps us keep going. We'd love if you subscribe, like, leave a comment. After we publish the podcast, if you could, like, our dogs are insane. If you could post a comment, thank you, Smokahana. She's been supporting me the entire time that I've been on YouTube.
That's nice.
If you guys could wait until our podcast is published and go on there and like it and leave a comment, because as soon as we publish this, it shows that nobody was on here, which is crazy, and we don't want that. All right, so I'm just gonna say, stay safe, stay spooky. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. We enjoyed it. Tell them something.
Bye.
Do we look alike, guys? Okay. All right. Bye, everybody.
The X.
I see it.